نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله. We were talking about the call and invitation of all the prophets. Today, we shall throw some light on the call and invitation of a prophet, Saleh alayhi salatu wassalam, who was sent to the nation of Thamud. We said earlier that people of the boat who escaped from the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala after the flood of Nuh, they became Ad and they settled themselves in the southern parts of Saudi Arabia, where the borders of Saudi Arabia, Oman, and Yemen meet in the valley of Ahqaf. And after 500 years, in 3000 BC approximately, they were killed by winds as they rejected the teachings of their prophet Hud alayhi salatu wassalam. And Hud alayhi salam himself and the people who accepted his call and invitation, they migrated from the south towards north, and they settled themselves 420 kilometers north of Medina, a place called Madainu Saleh. And still we can go and see these places, and you can search on internet also, Madain Saleh. And they were settling themselves in dwellings made of stone, and they were in carving and making homes in the mountains full of rocks. This was to protect themselves from sandstorms, and they thought these dwellings are very much permanent. Hud alayhi salatu wassalam and the people who came here first in 3000 BC, they were all worshipping in one God. They were believing in all prophets, and they were believing in the hereafter. And they were obeying all the teachings of the prophets. But after 300-400 years, again shirk came into the society, and the leadership became tyrants. They crossed all limits. They became taghut. And this is the story of Thamud, approximately in 2500 BC, 500 years after the destruction of Ad. They had 9 leaders. Quran says, Tis'ata Rahatin. There were 9 gang leaders. They were very tough, very cruel, very arrogant, and polytheists, worshipping in many, many gods. And their prophet was Saleh alayhi salatu wassalam, a direct descendant of Hud alayhi salatu wassalam. The Bible gives in detail the family tree and the lineage between Hud alayhi salatu wassalam and Saleh alayhi salatu wassalam. We cannot confirm exactly whether this is true or not, but most likely he was from the progeny of Hud, Saleh alayhi salatu wassalam. And the Quran says in Surah An-Naml, ayah number 45, لَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنَا إِلَى ثَمُودَ أَقَاهُمْ صَالِحًا. Indeed, we have sent to the nation of Thamud from their own brethren a prophet, Saleh alayhi salatu wassalam, and his invitation and call was the same. أَنِ اعْبُدُ اللَّهِ. The same message given by Nuh alayhi salam and Hud alayhi salatu wassalam. إِذَا هُمْ فَرِيقَانِ يَخْتَصِمُونَ. You see what happens when a prophet comes with his message. Immediately the nation is divided into two groups. Minhumul mu'minun and minhumul kafirun. So whenever a prophet or messenger comes in a society, the society is divided into two groups, mu'minin and kafirin, believers and rejectors. And إِذَا هُمْ فَرِيقَانِ يَخْتَصِبُونَ. So the two groups of people started a debate, whether God is one or there are multiple gods. And what was the call? Ya qawmi abudullah ma lakum min ilahin ghayru. The same call and invitation. O my people, Saleh alayhi salatu wassalam told to Thamud, worship Allah, there is no ilah other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قَدْ جَاءَتْكُمْ بَيِّنَةٌ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ. Crystal clear bayinat, crystal clear teachings have come from your Lord. هَذِهِ نَاقَةُ اللَّهِ لَكُمْ آيَةٌ. The people demanded a miracle. So suddenly there was a mountain there, and mountain erupted, and a camel, a she-camel came out from the mountain. This is the camel of God. Naqatullah, camel of God. It's not an ordinary camel. This is a miracle for you. فَذَرُوهَا تَأْكُلْ فِي أَرْضِ اللَّهِ. The land belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So let it graze anywhere. The camel belongs to Allah, the earth belongs to Allah. The owner of this planet and this earth is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Unfortunately, many people think this is their earth, their land. The land belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَلَا تَمَسُّوهَا بِسُوءٍ. Don't touch this camel of Allah. This is naqatullah. And if you touch, فَيَأْخُذَكُمْ عَذَابٌ أَلِيمٌ. The moment you will try to kill this animal, immediately an azab, a wrath and punishment will come from your Lord. And the same thing is said in Surah Ash-Shams. إِذِ انْبَعَثَ أَشْقَاهَا فَقَالَ لَهُمْ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ نَاقَةَ اللَّهِ وَسُقْيَاهَا فَكَذَّبُوهُ فَأَقَرُوهَا فَدَمْدَمَ عَلَيْهِمْ رَبُّهُمْ بِذَنبِهِمْ فَسَوَّاهَا وَلَا يَخَافُ عُقْبَاهَا. So there was a hero there. His name was Qidar bin Salif. He came up. He said, I am going to kill this camel of God, the so-called camel of God. And he had a girlfriend, and she said, if you kill this animal, I will get in knot with you. So Quran says, Isim ba'asa ashqaha, the most unlucky man from this society, he emerged and he killed the animal. And as soon as he attacked the entire nation, all the people attacked the animal. And then what happened? فَدَمْدَمَ عَلَيْهِمْ رَبُّهُمْ بِذَنبِهِمْ فَسَوَّاهَا. And the entire nation was killed by multiple means. And Saleh alayhi salatu wassalam and the true followers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the believers, mu'mineen, they were saved. And before the punishment, Saleh alayhi salatu wassalam warned the people, Naqatallah, Naqatallah, this is the camel of Allah. Don't go close to it. Don't try to kill it. But they did. And they had their fate. So what we said here, that the invitation and call of Saleh alayhi salatu wassalam was also Tawheed, inviting towards worshipping only one God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to follow the teachings of the prophets. And the nation refused, hence killed. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين واستغفروه إنه هو الغفور.